and welcome to your messages for the week. Today is Sunday, the 31st of July, 2022. So we are well into Leo season now. We have the Lionsgate portal on the 8th of the 8th. That's not quite this coming week. That's Monday week. But the energies are already ramping up, as always. I always find, just with the experiences that I've had, that although we all benefit from all energies, I think you'll find that your uniqueness will lead you to benefit from different energies at different times, and obviously where you are on your healing journey and all sorts of things. So although these energies are very intense and the astrology tells us so much about the general energies, I think it really is a case of, one, understanding your own personal natal birth chart astrologically, but also other things can affect, how you use the energy, or which, let's say, which portals, because it's Liongate's portal, which portals are going to energize you more than others, what experiences. And I've found that with the Lionsgate, the Syrian starseeds are the ones that have massive downloads. I mean, we can all have massive downloads all the time. Like I say, our journey is very personal, it's very unique. And having said that, as humanity, it's also very generalized. But I do find that Syrian starseeds can often look back at the 8th of the 8th in any year and go, oh yeah, something big happened then, or something big aha moment led to different manifestations and things like that. Because when we have an aha moment, obviously that lifts our frequency, and when our frequency is lifted, we create something new in our holographic projection that we're calling life, that we think of as reality. So if you're a Syrian starseed, then pay particular attention to the Lionsgate portal, because there's a lot of Syrian energy coming in. But having said that as well, all our galactic families are working together for our highest good. That especially the Palladians, they're coming down and connecting with so many people. They're very often the first port of call, because they can lower their frequency to 5D, and we can match them there. So a lot of people, when you have first encounter the galactic realms, will very often be with the Palladians. Anyway, I didn't want to get into the galactic realms there. My Arcturians, of course, all mine, no, very connected, are also there helping. And the Syrians, Arcturians and Palladians are all working together at the moment. It's not like here we're all kind of identified in our separation almost. That's very much part of the old paradigm and very much part of the matrix, because on the other side, in the non-physical, everything is just working harmoniously together. So it's great. So, even if you're not a Syrian starseed, then you can still have aha moments. But I just wanted to get that out there, obviously. I didn't plan on saying that. If you are not aware that you are a starseed and would like to find out, then get in touch, because that's one of the things I do with the soul profile readings, the soul energy readings that I do. We can find out where you are from originally, and what strengths and gifts and energies you came here to experience and express the most. As I said that, 3 cards just came out. They're face down at the moment. I don't know what they are, but they came out kind of in a flow there. So this might be quite a galactic reading. I don't know. I think that was the ease of how that happened. To me, tells me that there are galactic forces, benevolent galactic forces working for me, for you, for us, for humanity. And of course, a lot of us know that is the case. So that was all totally unexpected. Never know what's going to happen when I press record. Let's see what the cards have to say. And let's not forget that tomorrow, of course, is August. So I will be doing another video tomorrow for the month of August. So I think that was a little bit of a reminder to myself. Let's have a look what the cards, here we go. Here's our big changes. the Knight of Wands. This card has the greatest capacity for change. So I'm not surprised that it's just come up after I've said all of that. Because the thing is, though, how people keep talking about how intense these energies are and stuff. The point is, how are you going to utilize them? Just understanding that your energy is amplified at certain times, like when the Schumann resonance is high, or whatever, any of these portals or what have you, and anything that, like any planetary connections through your astrology, whatever it might be, but just knowing to go with the flow. There will be times when you need to relax and rest and recuperate and integrate the energies. Now this is a big one, because a lot of us are doers, and we think that we have to be doing in order to be on our journey, in order to live our purpose, or in order to succeed, or any of these things. And of course, now when we look at ourselves as an energy being, we realize that we don't have to do all the time, and when we do it will be so natural and choiceless and effortless that it will feel really good. So we do need to spend lots of time relaxing. We're probably sleeping more, just taking more time on your own, more time to yourself, more time in nature. We know all of that. But this card is telling us that there are big changes. So I think this card is coming because we have been doing a lot of that resting and retreating and going within, and integrating the energies that have been coming in. And with the, I think this came up last week, is with all this healing that we're doing, this inner work, the release of trapped emotions, the release of limiting beliefs, all of this, it can be very tiring and what have you. But we've done all of that because he's come in to say, because wands are transformation, they're fire. So they're passionate, they're fiery. And look at that horse, he's raring to go. And this is a transformation of the non-physical through you into physical, right? So he's come to say all this inner work, the relaxing, the resting, the retreating, the integrating the light is now, because it's lion season, what can I tell you? It's Leo, so that's fire. Okay, so it's go-getty energy, and that's exactly what he's saying. So, but we still don't have to do anything unless it comes to us. We're going to be inspired to take action. So don't worry about it. Don't sit there going, oh, what is it I should be doing? Because it will come through you. It will be stuff that you want to do. I'm going to say that again because it is so powerful. It will be stuff that you want to do. And if you can get your limiting beliefs out of the way, and you can get your human out of the way mentally, you will know exactly what it is that you need to take action in. And it may not be work orientated. Okay, because this new paradigm we're moving into doesn't separate work and play. So it could be something play. It could be a play orientated action that is going to cover work as well, because what it is, it's you being who you came here to be, which expressing all of that is going to create your abundance. And that includes your joy, your happiness, your health, your love, and financial security. So it's kind of work and play go hand in hand, because play typically raises our vibration because it's something we enjoy doing, and work typically brings us in the money, right? But now it's all in together. So when you're thinking about what is it that I'm meant to be doing, don't just focus on work orientated activity, because it could be something fun that you can be doing, taking action. It could be a new hobby, or it could be a new activity, but it's the one that's going to raise your frequency. You're going to meet the right people, you're going to learn the right stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's going to take you to the next big change. Why? Wow, that was lovely. And here he is enjoying what he's doing. I love this card because, yes, it's Pentacles. Pentacles is typically money, but it's what I've just said. It's abundance, because he's enjoying himself and he's really happy. And he's doing what he does to make money, but he's learning something new, and he's improving everything. He's improving what already exists, which, funny enough, now that I've just said that, that's a very Syrian quality. The Syrian starseeds, they tend not to create from scratch. So they don't usually feel that creative, but actually they're very good at taking what already exists and improving it. So I think this is more about whatever work in the old paradigm you've been doing, take that and make it bigger. Okay, so if you were in the medical system, for example, and you're not there anymore because you are not resonating with how it's being run, then go and find a group, because this is where I want to talk about the People's Health Alliance. It started in England. It's an alternative to the traditional system, or to the state system, or however you want to word it. And it's with a view to alternative medicines and a healthier lifestyle. It focuses on health as opposed to sickness. And it started in England in February. They've already got 70 hubs going all around England, hubs, like little local communities in different parts of the country. And it's getting off the ground here in Spain now. And especially here in the Costa Blanca, we already have a large community of alternative health practitioners, but I know it's starting now in little hubs all around Spain as well. So it's perfect because when I say the Syrians don't like to create from scratch, that doesn't mean that we're going to try and fix the old system. This is a message that came up to me really clear, actually, when I meditated before doing this. It's not about changing the old. It's about creating the new. And I think this is a really important point. So let's stick with medical, for example. It's not about changing the existing medical system. It's about creating the new. So going back to the Syrians who don't like creating from scratch, but they will be doing something already. When I say improving what's already there, if you are medically trained, for example, you can expand into more holistic areas. If you are a teacher, for example, it's not about changing the existing system. It's about creating the new. So take all that teaching knowledge and understanding that you have, but make it more holistic, make it more child orientated, make it more focused on divine creativity, I want to say. So whatever it is that you do, we're creating the new, but you are taking your existing skills and improving them. Okay, so which is what I was saying about the Syrian qualities of taking what already exists. That's what he's doing. That's why this is all coming out now. That's what he's doing, because he's doing what he already does, but he's taking it into another level. He's taking it into a heart-based level. He's taking it into a more energetic level, a more love-orientated level, where he's driven by his joy and his passions. Because this is passion, remember. These changes are to do with your passions. Okay, so he's taking what he's already done and moving it into a more passion-driven area. And yeah, it's a very powerful card. So basically, yeah, we're all expanding on what we do, but doing things differently. The third card is the Seven of Cups. And this tells us, this is the heart base. So we've got the fire, the wands, we've got the pentacles, which is earth, okay? And now we've got the heart, the emotions, the water. The water is cups, which is emotionally fulfilling. This is telling you that we have all these different options to choose wisely. Choose wisely, because this big change, okay, these big changes, make sure you're not just chasing the money and putting up with something. Make sure that you're following your heart, following your joy, following your passions. Choose wisely. And also where you put your energy, where you invest your energy, where you, I don't know, get your car fixed, where you go shopping. That came up in last week, didn't it? And where you, what you invest in, your time, money, resources, and energy. What do you invest in? Are you investing in the old system, or are you investing in people who are creating the new? So it's not just all about you creating the new, it's about investing in other people that are creating the new, which is how I feel about the People's Health Alliance. Because I'll put a link in the description if anyone's interested in that, because it's investing time, money, energy, and resources into the new. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know my role in it, but I know I can see that it's the direction that my heart has wanted to see for a long time. I've wanted to see holistic therapies in the hospitals, from day one. I've wanted to see a far more loving and compassionate approach to hospital care and medical care. So the PHA is exactly that. So it's new, but rather than trying to change the old, let's create the new. And I was told many times as a youngster, well, you can't change anything. There's only you. You can't do it. You can't change anything. But of course, when we do start changing from the inside, we will start meeting our tribe. And when we meet our tribe together, we can do it. So it is about you. And yes, you can change things, because what you do is you choose wisely, and you choose where you invest your time. You choose where you invest your money. You choose where you invest your resources and your energy. You choose, because wherever you invest your time, money, resources, and energy is what you're creating. So let's not try and change what already exists. Let's create the new, because that's where our power lies. Because by trying to change what already exists, you're trying to change what is. And we can't change what is. I have a couple of videos on my YouTube channel about loving what is. We need to love what is. So we can love that and let people that resonate with it, resonate with it. If you don't resonate with it, then we're going to create the new. Okay, we don't need to argue about it. We don't need to jump up and down. We don't need to judge. We're observing, and we don't need to judge, and we don't need to entangle, and we don't need to lower our frequency, and we don't need to be in a state of contraction. No, we can observe what's going on. We don't resonate with it. You might not agree with it, right? So therefore, keep that love and compassion. What do you want to create? Find people that are doing what you want to do. With this inner work, your vibration will have risen and you'll meet that tribe, and then we're going to create the new. And that's already happening. I've already seen schools that are popping up, alternative schools that are popping up in the area for youngsters. I don't know what's happening for the higher education, but it's all happening. It's all there. So focusing on creating the new, that's where we need to put our energy, because these big changes are coming in, and it all depends on where we put our consciousness. He's putting his consciousness, he's focused on creating his abundance. That means his joy, his happiness. Another good example of this, I think, is and it came up for me personally, was I got inspired to do a free live event with my good friend and mentor, Liz Nagel. If you don't know her, I've got a section in my YouTube channel called Self Mastery with Liz Nagel. And I got inspired, or we got inspired, to do a Ask Us a Question event. And we're going to put it on Zoom, because rather than Facebook Live, because it will just make it, although the link is going to be freely available to anybody that wants to come, I think the fact that you're going to be there, on camera, or, means that it's going to keep any spammers away. I tend to find on Facebook there's spammers, and you've got people that are watching, and I don't know, there's a lot of, I'm very aware when I'm reading cards on Facebook. I love doing it, and I'm thinking of doing one tonight, but I'm very aware that it's open to anyone to see. So I get quite personal with the readings, and people might not want that when it's open to all. So we thought we would make it a Zoom meeting, and I'm going to pull the cards. Anyone can ask a question on anything. It could be health, it could be life purpose, it could be relationships, it could be spiritual growth, whatever. And if you don't have a question, it doesn't matter, because you can just come and listen, and then maybe you'll be inspired to ask a question. And I'm going to channel answers with the cards, and then Liz will add her wisdom and her insights to take your understanding to another level. And we just got inspired to do that. So we're putting it out there. And it's only once we put it out there that my human, who is lovely, like you're human, okay, but she is human, suddenly could have a wobble and go, oh, are we ready for this? Are we ready for this? Oh, I'm not sure, but that's okay, because it was an inspiration. I'm going to go ahead with it. What's the worst thing that can happen? There is only me. So as long as I enjoy it, that's all that matters. That's the attitude to have. That's what he's saying to me as well, because there are these big changes, and it's important for us not to deny who we really are and not to deny what we really want to do, because that inspiration to do that with Liz, it came out of the blue, and I think that came out last week as well. Anything that comes out of the blue. No, that was in my newsletter. I think if you're not on my newsletter, then you can go to my website at deborahjanesutton.com and sign up to my newsletter. Sorry, I got interrupted. I was talking about out of the blue, the phrase out of the blue. And we need to really heed when things happen out of the blue, or when people come into our lives out of the blue, or when ideas come to us out of the blue, which I talked about at the end of my first book with the dragonfly coming. I mean, I had no plans to write the book, and yet that experience with the dragonfly came out of the blue, and the understanding that I had to do it came out of the blue. So anything that's out of the blue is out of the ether, or out of the Akashic records, or out of your divine, I don't know, guidance, or whatever you want to call it. So definitely, if something comes out of the blue, it's something to be heeded and not to be dumbed down and not to be dismissed with a limiting belief. So brilliant, brilliant cards. So yes, big changes coming in, focusing on what you're doing, but expanding it into a more heart-based, and not just a heart-based direction, bigger. Go big or go home. That's what he's saying. Go big or go home. Okay, create the new. Stop moaning about the old. This is about big changes, about you making the big changes. This is always about you making the big changes, and it's about you doing it. Yes, you can. And choose wisely where you invest your energy, making sure that you are not investing it in something that's going to contract you or lower your frequency. You're not entangling with energies that you don't want to energize. Make sure that you entangle with energies that you do want to energize. So that could be whatever area of life that you work in, or that you play in, I should say. Focus on creating the system that you want, that we want, that humanity wants, that is divine and heart-based. So they're the cards for this week. Brilliant, brilliant. So I've already, I'll put a link in the description for the Ask Us a Question. The Zoom link is on the homepage of my website at deborahjanesutton.com. So I'll put a link into that as well. And while we're here, I've now got the dates for my next 6-week online Heal Yourself course. It's going to be starting on Sunday. My dog was excited about that. On Sunday, the 18th of September. So you've got some time yet, but I do work in very small numbers. So do book your place early for that. The link for that is also in the description. So have a look at that and see if you want to join me. So I think that's it for now. So basically, the summary is: don't change the old, create the new, go big or go home. Lots of love to you. I just hope I can edit the interruption out. We'll see how I get on with that. But lots of love. Have a fantastic week. See you in the next video, which will be tomorrow for the 1st of August. Bye for now.